You can buy the best camera in the world, but the lens is what's going to decide how the moment feels. Not sharper, not cleaner. It needs to be human, and you got to choose the right lens for your right moment in your right scene to find the right feeling. Today I'm not talking about specs. I'm going to be talking about emotion through lenses and how I go about picking the right lens for the right emotion. Let's start wide and work our way in. Up first is the 24mm. This one's in my case at all times. It's my go-to wide. A 24mm doesn't just show a scene, but it puts you inside of it. The lens feels like it's honest, and that's because it's so wide, showing so much of the scene. You can get close and still be in sharp focus. Faces will stretch a little bit, so you gotta be careful where you place and how you place it. But once you find that angle, the background is gonna breathe so much more and bring so much more life to your scene. The 24mm is perfect for loneliness in a crowd, for energy, for chaos that still feels intimate. A 24mm to me says that this is happening now, and to not look away. Second, the 45mm. This one's attached to my camera right now. On a full frame, it's still pretty wide, and I just love the feeling that it gives me. The compression in the background is perfect with where I'm placed right now, and it's just given me the best dynamic situation that I wanted. A 45mm is how we remember moments, at least to me that's how it works. It's not too dramatic, and it's not too distant. This lens feels like a conversation, like eye contact across a table, like the person's finally saying what they were meant to say. There's a balance here. The subject doesn't bend and the world doesn't shut. A 45mm to me says, this is what it felt like to be here, to be present, to be in the moment. This is one of my go-to main lenses in my kit, and honestly one that I plan a lot of my shots around. The 65mm, a good balance of intimacy and depth. Now we're gonna get personal. A 65mm compresses the world around you enough to feel heavier, like it's closer or it's getting quieter. This lens is great for thoughts that stay unspoken, for the eyes that carry the backstory, and for the moments that don't need dialogue. Backgrounds just seem to melt away, and that detail really matters to me. A 65mm to me says, stay here. This moment matters. This is important. $100mm, best used for isolation. The 100mm doesn't care about the space of the room. It cares about one thing. Like it was meant for separation. Like you're being watched, or you're alone when you're not. It flattens the space but pulls the subject away from the world that you've created. This lens is perfect if you're trying to showcase obsession, grief, and focus on the borders of insecurity and uncomfortable. The 100mm to me says, nothing else exists right now but what I'm focused on. I don't need the background to talk at all. I just want the audience to focus on the subject or what is in focus. Here's the thing that most tutorials won't tell you. When I started out, I combed the internet looking for the right tutorial to tell me about how lenses feel, and it was just hard to find. Most of them won't tell you this. Lenses don't change the image, they change the emotion. Before you pick a focal length, ask yourself one question. How is this gonna make my audience feel? Because the audience will feel it, even if they don't know why.